Konnichiwa, fellow viewers of Asian animation. Today I'd like to tell you about one of the other most popular Taiwanese cartoons ever made, Nardo, Ninja Boy Wonder. As you might be able to tell, Nardo is a show centered around our young ADHD-suffering protagonist named Nardo Zoomaker, a ninja most likely to die by the age of 50 due to the copious amounts of flour and salt-based noodles he consumes. His dream is to become the Hokorgi, the most important person in all of Ninja City. Nardo and his ninja teammate Saucy Ichiha, along with the extremely important strong female character Soccer, embark on exciting ninja quests with the supervision of Ninja Master Takeshi 5A. Nardo and friends accomplish many ninja deeds, including catching kittens, escorting senior citizens, and slaughtering multiple foreigners and allowing an innocent transgender child to die alone in a bloody massacre. Indeed, things go swimmingly for these three ninja pals, but everything changes when Takeshi signs them all up for the ninja SATs. During the part of the test where the ninjas test their camping skills in the forest, a reptilian man known as Mark Zuckerberg enters the picture and marks Saucy as his personal boy toy. Soon after, the 12-year-old ninjas participate in death battles where everyone gets to witness the strength of the wicked goth ninja, Gary of the Sandwich. Later, Nardo obtains a new tutor to help him prepare for the final section of the SATs, Greninja of the Three Amigos. Once his training is complete, Nardo faces off against Deji Huga, whose purple eyes allow him to identify all traces of autism within a person. He almost defeats Nardo, but in the end our hero achieves victory by delivering a speech about how hard work is all it takes to win a fight. Unfortunately, the SATs come to a halt when Gary's Asperger's kick in after being tickled too hard by Saucy. This prompts Nardo to fight him in the woods, where the two pit their Digimon against each other. Things start looking bleak for Nardo and his allies, but in the end our hero achieves victory by delivering a speech about how he and Gary becoming friends is all it takes to win a fight. During this time, Zuckerberg attacks Ninja City, which causes the current Hokorgi to die in combat. Because of this, Nardo and Greninja seek out Ninja Hillary Clinton, the only difference between the two being the fact that this version actually becomes the leader of something. However, things get bad once again when Saucy's evil older brother Hibachi makes a cameo, which for some reason causes Saucy to challenge Nardo to a fight, then agree to join Mark Zuckerberg's exhibitionist cult and abandon Ninja City. Nardo's friendship boner prevents this, however, and he, along with a couple of side characters that don't really matter, pursue Saucy. Nardo eventually faces off against him in the Valley of the Weeb, where the two clash their super jutsus against each other, share a totally not homosexual moment, and Saucy remains the only one standing and walks away to complete his transformation to maximum edgelord. Nardo's friendship boner refuses to go flaccid, however, prompting him to travel away from the city to train with Master Greninja for as long as it takes. Then, after about 2 weeks, Nardo returns to the city stronger than ever to rescue his beloved teammate. Oh, wait, first he has to go fight Jeff Dunham because I guess Gary got kidnapped or something. Not sure why this is how the brand new adventure begins. Not entirely exciting if you ask me. But hey, look! Soccer fought somebody. That's pretty useful and full of purpose, right? Anyway, soon after that, Takeshi hires 2 new members to Nardo's ninja team, Yomato's and Billy Joe Armstrong, who accompany our hero to retrieve Saucy from Mark Zuckerberg and his butt buddy Kabutops. But, in a completely unexpected situation, Saucy actually refuses to go back to Ninja City, marking the first time one of Nardo's impassioned speeches failed to work. Upon returning back to the city, the team learns that fellow ninja master Asumo has been killed by 2 dark ninjas from the Church of Scientology. Asumo students try to avenge their master, but fail because they're incompetent and weak side characters, making way for our main character to arrive and save the day with his new ninja jutsu. Meanwhile, Saucy grows tired of taking so many rapings from Mark Zuckerberg and decapitates him, allowing him to form his new group of characters that will undoubtedly hold massive significance in the later scenes. Saucy goes looking for his older brother, and after winning against Mono, the Hand of Fate, he corners Hibachi in an abandoned circuit city. The brothers battle, but because both are equally edgy, Hibachi ceases the conflict by letting himself bleed to death, making him the official king of all emos. Meanwhile, Greninja begins stalking the Church of Scientology and soon uncovers that his former student, Pants, is in charge of their whole operation. He attempts to subdue him, only to develop a terrible case of sore throat, leading to him fainting for a very long time, possibly forever. Nardo hears about this and enters a deep ninja depression, but then decides that since he's the main character, there's no time for mourning the loss of loved ones and that now is the time to beat up bad guys. Nardo then travels to the Mushroom Kingdom to train with toads, and while there he levels up to Froggo form. He then returns to Ninja City, only to discover that Pants has destroyed it as a sacrifice to Xenu. Nardo then battles Pants and almost loses until his ninja girlfriend Hentai saves him and dies. Nardo almost loses control of himself as his Digimon attempts to possess him, but then the fourth Hokorgi arrives and reveals himself as Nardo's father, Minto. Minto tells Nardo that main characters are not allowed to die, giving his son the confidence to step up and slap Pants into oblivion. Nardo then tracks down the emaciated Light Yagami in the forest, who had been the real person controlling Pants. Light tries to use depression no jutsu by telling his sad backstory to gain Nardo's sympathy. But in the end, our hero achieves victory by delivering a speech about peace and love. And as we all know, peace can only be obtained after beating the life out of a group of gingers with bad haircuts. Light then resurrects everyone that died by his hand. Except Greninja, but that's okay. At least Nardo can now continue ignoring hentai for another 200 episodes. So Pants has been defeated and Ninja City can now be rebuilt. The day is saved. Ha! Not in my shonen anime! It turns out Pants was nothing more than a minion being controlled by the real bad guy, Mothra Ichiha, who has now tricked Saucy into helping him acquire the last Digimon tamer besides Nardo left, Jimmy T. However, Mothra pulls a sneaky by invading a meeting between the Ninja European Union and declares war on all of ninja kind. Following this, an entire war breaks out, and Nardo and Jimmy T are isolated on the island of Korodai in order to protect themselves. To make the situation worse, Mothra allies with Kabutops, who has now achieved pure reptilian form, to resurrect an army of zombie ninjas based on the most powerful ninjas ever to be killed. Except Greninja. Some say he's still stuck at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Nardo undergoes a special training where he fights against his Digimon, and soon receives the help of his deceased mother, Cushionpin. He then fuses with his Digimon to reach his final form, Flaming Furfag. With his new powers, Nardo unites with Jimmy T and rushes into the war, potentially putting everyone he cares about at risk, just like a real hero. Along the way, he helps free the revived Hibachi, who then reunites with Saucy. Together at last, the two brothers clash against Kabutops, where Hibachi sacrifices himself to defeat the reptilian man with a mind rape no jutsu, trapping him in a time loop for an eternity. Or at least until he breaks free and turns good after a couple of hours. Meanwhile, new events transpire on the battlefield as the real Mothra Ichiha makes an appearance, meaning this faggot with the mask is a liar. Nardo and his comrades battle the fake Mothra and shatter his mask, revealing him to be Takeshi's childhood friend Obo. Obo explains that his reason for wanting all of ninja kind dead was because a girl he liked friend-zoned him in favor of Takeshi's superior genes. Then she died. Anyway, Nardo calls Obo out for being an idiotic cuck and tries to defeat him. He fails, causing the terrifying beast known as Tentacion to be released. Nardo and his allies battle the beast, only to lose their dear friend Deji. Oh wait, Deji's still in this. Oh. Well, rest in peace there, you purple-eyed wonder. Anyhow, while people start dying again, Saucy and Zuckerberg— oh, yeah, he's alive again by the way— resurrect the four previous Tokorgis and learn that Mothra and the first Tokorgi, Hash Brown, were childhood friends. Saucy then returns to the side of good to fight alongside his old teammates, but despite their efforts, they fail to prevent Obo from absorbing Tentacion and becoming the ultimate Gene Jerky. Even when Nardo fights alongside the resurrected Minto, Obo still remains too powerful to stop. Obo appears nearly undefeatable. But in the end, our hero achieves victory by delivering a speech about why becoming the ninja version of Hitler because your not girlfriend died is a really stupid thing to do. But just when it seems that Obo has given up the way of evil, Mothra swoops in and reveals that he was the actual real bad guy all along. He then takes Obo's place as Tentacion's Gene Jerky, only to be violently assaulted by the powered-up Mighty Duck. Then, when it looks like he's soon to be defeated, the former Scientology member Zurg shows up and tells that he was the real bad guy all along. But then 5 minutes later, he reveals that his mother, Ninjina, was the real, absolute, not kidding, final bad guy all along. Ninjina turns out to be the god of all ninjas and was also the mother of the creator of all jutsus, Gandhi, as well as his brother, Jeff. Nardo and Saucy turn out to be reincarnations of these two people, because in my honest opinion, they just didn't have enough unique genetics as it was. Our heroes engage Ninjina and realize that as a literal goddess, she is nigh undefeatable. But if there's anything Nardo has learned in his journey, it's that if your name is the same name as the series you're in, then anything is possible. Through this logic, Saucy obtains the mystical eye known as the Rinnegan, which allows our protagonist to seal away Ninjina and win the battle through completely fair and conventional means. So now we can finally come to a close on the war now that all 5 main villains have been stopped. Well, it turns out Saucy took a few too many red pills and now wants all the living corgis killed. Because of this, Nardo chooses to go with Saucy to the place they had battled years before to engage in the most grippingly emotional staring contest of all time. Things look quite rough for Nardo, but in the end our hero achieves victory by delivering a speech about... Oh, he actually loses his arm. Ah. Well, that's okay, he just gets a replacement. Ninjas are always prepared for this stuff. And so the two friends/enemies/secret lovers decide to go their separate ways. Saucy is completely forgiven for abandoning his home and trying to kill everyone. Mark Zuckerberg is allowed to interact with the citizens of Ninja City and face zero repercussions for murdering hundreds of people, including the former leader of the city. Takeshi lives to have the appearance of an elderly man even though he's only 40 years old. Soccer gets impregnated by Saucy, who then leaves and forces her to live the life of a miserable single mother. And yes, our main man Nardo finally became the one and only Ho Corgi. And that, innocent children, is the fantastic story of Nardo. A story that teaches us that as long as you're the reincarnation of the greatest ninja of all time, have a father who is also one of the greatest ninjas of all time, get trained by two of the greatest teachers in ninja history, become blessed with possessing the most powerful of the demon creatures, and believe in yourself, then anything is possible. You might be sad that the journey is all over, but never fear. The author realized he needed money for a few new palaces in the Japanese countryside, so you can continue the adventure with Nardo's offspring in the series Burrito, Nardo Next Genealogy. Thanks for watching, everyone.